Can't lie, PSG might have another one. And I know that sounds mad when you look at the amount of attacking talent they already have. Dembele, Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, Doué. But Ibrahim Mbaye is starting to turn promise into presence. And that phrase is key because at first he was just the young kid, the academy talent, the record breaker, the one PSG fans wanted to see because he looked, exciting. But now he is starting to look like an actual first team option. Not every week, of course, not the finished article, but a real option. When you're getting minutes in a PSG attack, this competitive at 18 years of age, tells you something. So in today's video, I want to look at Ibrahim Mbaye properly. What type of a winger is he? What makes him dangerous? Where is he still raw? And why Luis Enrique clearly sees something in him. So Mbaye coming through the PSG academy, and he's already made history at the club. At 16 years of age, he became PSG's youngest ever starter in a competitive match. Now, that's not normal considering the talent at PSG, because this is not a club where the young attackers just walk into the team. The competition over there is brutal. You are fighting for minutes with some of the best forwards in the world. So when Luis Enrique gives a player like Mbaye trust, it usually means the profile is serious and the early numbers are solid. In Ligue 1 this season, he's played 24 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. Not superstar numbers, of course, but again, context matters. He's 18, he's still building rhythm. He's playing in a squad where minutes are shared and they are scarce, and he's already showing enough to stay in the conversation. This is what makes him a very interesting player to look at. So when we're looking at his style of play, the first thing with him is his directness. He's not a winger who wants to make the game look complicated. He receives the ball, faces his defender, and wants to attack. That is the base of his game. Quick feet, sharp acceleration, positive touch, and that willingness to go at players. He's mainly listed, of course, as a right winger, but he can play off the left as well. And that versatility is going to be very important, especially if he were to stay PSG, because Luis Enrique's wide players have to do different jobs. Sometimes they hold whip, sometimes they come inside, sometimes they attack the back post, sometimes they press high and jump onto defenders. Mbaye fits the idea because he is active. He doesn't just wait for the ball, he presses with intensity, he looks to run beyond, and he wants to stretch the pitch. That is why PSG can use him even when he is still raw. He gives them energy, he gives them movement, he gives them a winger who can change the tempo of an attack. With young players, especially young wingers, that matters because you can forgive some rough touches if the player is brave enough to keep asking questions. And Mbaye is brave. He wants to take people on. He wants to receive in wide areas. He wants to attack space early. When he gets half a yard, he can shift quickly. That is probably why people have made the Mbappe comparisons. Not because he's Kylian Mbappe or even as good as Kylian Mbappe, because he's not. The comparison is too heavy, of course, and too early. But you can see why it comes up when you're watching what he can do. Local PSG talent, explosive wide forward, direct runner, comfortable attacking defenders, able to play on either side. There are similarities in the movement profile. The smarter way to look at Mbaye is not as, the next Mbappe. It's as a modern PSG winger who is learning how to turn raw attacking tools into consistent impact. And you can see flashes of that already. When you're looking at his shot map, it shows a player who is getting into decent shooting areas. He's had 24 shots, 3 goals, 3 times 3 XG, and 42% shot accuracy. For me, that's a pretty good sign, because he's not just shooting from stupid angles every time. He's finding positions inside and around the box. And the player trait data you can see also tells a similar story. 92nd percent for touches compared to other attacking midfielders and wingers, 83% for goals, 65% for chances created, 67% for aerial duels won. Again, this shows a player who is involved, not just floating on the edge of games, but he's here, he's a part. Now, here's the part that still needs work with him. It's the final action. That is usually the separator with young, wide players. Mbaye can obviously beat players, he can move well, he can get into good areas, but the end product is not fully clean yet. At the moment, this season just gone, he only had 2 assists with a 2.13 expected assists, 20 chances created and 2 big chances created. It's decent for his age and obviously for the minutes that he's getting in Ligue 1, but if he wants to become a regular PSG attacker, those final third actions have to become sharper. The weight of pass, choice of cross, timing of the cutback, the decision to shoot or combine. That is for him the next step. because right now you can still see, moments where he looks like a young winger. Sometimes the dribble is a bit predictable. Sometimes he goes down the same route too often. Sometimes he needs more variety. Not every action can be one touch, knock it, run. Senior level defenders learn very, very quickly. They show you one side, they block your strong movement, they force you into areas where the pitch gets smaller, and that is where Mbaye has to keep developing. He needs more disguise, more, tempo changes, more variety in how he beats players. But again, he's 18. The important thing is that the foundations are there, and those foundations are strong. He's not just an academy winger getting sympathy minutes. He has real tools. Pace is there, the confidence is there, the ability to attack space is there, the off-ball work is there, and the fact he can play both wings does give PSG and the manager some flexibility. Especially, and as I mentioned before, in a squad like PSG, the best squad, I would say, in Europe, I promise you it matters. Because if you're only one thing, it becomes real hard to get minutes. If Mbaye can play right wing, left wing, and possibly develop into a more central forward later, then it becomes much easier to trust. That is where the ceiling comes from. Not just the dribbling, the adaptability. So with a player like Mbaye, listen, I wouldn't overdo it yet. He ain't ready to be PSG's main attacker. He isn't really ready for a top team, in my personal opinion. He's not a guaranteed superstar either. And he is definitely not someone who should be, buried under impossible Mbappe comparisons. But I do believe he is a serious talent, direct winger, as I mentioned, good acceleration, play both sides, gets touches, shots, can score, can create. And he does work hard enough without the ball for a team like PSG to keep trusting him. The rough edges, of course, they're obvious, but that is normal development path for an 18-year-old winger. The bigger point is this: PSG do not just have a kid with hype. They have a young, wide player who is already starting to understand senior football. And if that final third sharpness catches up with the movement, pace, and confidence, listen, Mbaye could become a real problem. He's going to be turning promise into presence. And that's exactly where I believe he is now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. People, what do you think of Ibrahim Mbaye? Is he a player who should be on your team's radar this summer? Let me know your thoughts. Keep the same energy. Stay blessed. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.